Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 as Rangers. We have a chance to move 6 points clear of Aberdeen today after they lost 2-0 in the 12:30 kickoff at Parkhead. Unfortunately, on the other side of the spectrum, that means we are now 9 behind Celtic and have to beat Ross County today up in Dingwall to restore that back down to 6. Couple of negatives here. Odsonne Edouard is injured and can't play any part. Fortunately though, Eduardo Herrera is back, so we can reunite Herrera and Morelos. What the hell? Oh, Herrera now can't play complete forward at all in any duty. What the hell? That's really weird. This is strange. Okay, Tavernier out there. Mitchell can come back in. Mitchell can actually come back on. We'll bring in Bruno Alves for Cardoso, who's also carrying an injury. Jordan Houston is carrying an injury. James Tavernier is completely injured and out of the game. We're going to take off Jordan Thompson. I suppose Jordan Rossiter can come onto the bench. I think that's pretty much going to be our lineup. In terms of Herrera, I don't know what to do with him. Whether just leave him playing that duty or not. I think I will just leave him playing that duty because he's done well there, so I think we just go with it. I'm actually going to bring Rossiter in for Ryan Jack, who was poor in the last game. I'm still not entirely... Oh, Odsonne Edouard still on the bench. Put Bromer on, I suppose. I'm still not entirely certain who to play in the midfield. I mean, Burjonas and Henderson are the two guaranteed starters, and then the other two, I'm not entirely sure what to do with them. I hope that Houston can actually handle this game. Goodwillie back to O'Brien, now Fraser long towards Lennon. It's cut out by Dimitri Mitchell. Naismith will take it down though for Ross County. 6 minutes gone, Jordan Houston with a throw in to Herrera. A nice touch from Eduardo Herrera. He plays it back towards Jordan Rossiter. Not a brilliant ball, but Rossiter will collect it. Plenty of space for Burjonas now to pick a pass. Henderson now looking for a runner. Plays it out to Mitchell. Can he whip this one in? At the byline, whips it. Herrera's there. Oh, and it's a terrible, terrible header from Eduardo Herrera. Way, way over the bar. That's an early chance blown. As Ian Fulton tees up this goal kick now, he goes long towards Herrera. Can he get there above the defender? It's actually away by Buchanan, but Houston cushions it down to Rossiter. Burjonas has lots of space. He pings it into Morelos, moves it quickly to Herrera, takes a lovely touch, pings it back in towards Morelos. It's away by Fraser well. Lennon moves it on, but Burjonas can find Rossiter. Rossiter's got Houston, yep, acres of space for Jordan Houston to drive this across. It deflects, and it's a brilliant save by Scott Fox to deny the own goal from Buchanan. And now Buchanan at the other end, 15 minutes gone as Ross County look to threaten for the first time. It's Curran into the box for Adams. Far too much room, doesn't get closed down, and he's thundered it off the bar. And McCrory can make the clearance. That was a bit of a sketchy moment there. Far too easy for it to open up for them. And Herrera's had a poor game today. What I'm going to do is going to change his role. Oh, and it's a goal for Rangers from the corner. It's Bruno Alves, and I'm going to change his role to trequartista. It's really, really strange. I mean, that seems a glitch to me, the fact that the complete forward thing has went from his most capable position to absolutely incapable to play it. Really, really weird. Curran lining up this free kick. Fulton's got to make the save. It actually hits Morelos in the wall. We'll come back to Curran now. Ross County, lots of players out on that side in space. It's O'Brien. He takes a touch and he manages to pick his spot. It is 1-1. It's shambolic defending, you have to say, from Rangers. To man more there. I mean, they just, about 4 or 5 of them stood out on that left-hand side with nobody closing them down. And Ross County have parity, and our two strikers are playing horrendously poorly today. Burjonas now to whip it in. Could we get another goal from a set piece? It's in towards Herrera, who rises and heads. And talk about them playing horrendously. Eduardo Herrera popping up with a goal yet again. Great form, despite the game trying to sabotage his ability to play as a striker. And young Burjonas getting his second assist of the day. Can he get a third? Corner to be taken. Delivered deep. Headed away. Rossiter it will come to. There's a big pole block in our view. Henderson loses it back to Rossiter. Hits it. Oh, it's just wide. And there's that pole back again. At half time, 2-1. Fopala picking up an injury playing for St Mirren, unfortunate. Hopefully that's not a serious one. We're going to have to tell them to guard against complacency because we gave away a sloppy goal, and I wouldn't like to repeat that. I'm going to actually bring on Big Bromer for Morelos. He can come on and play alongside Herrera up front there. Herrera plays it to Henderson. Henderson to Bruno Alves, takes a nice touch. Another set piece, Henderson to Rossiter now. Got Henderson back outside of him. Henderson picks it up. Rossiter's available again. Back to Rossiter. He moves it into Bromer, who's hit it off his own man, and it's eventually deflected back to Fox. It was some brilliant defending there by the Rangers man, just in front of their own goal. St Mirren are actually ahead at Easter Road now as Buchanan delivers this in for County. It's headed away. It will come to Adams now, who's got space to pick a shot, and it's deflected, and it's took it away from Ian Fulton. And Ross County again have parity at 2-2. So unfortunate there, but again we didn't close down the shot quickly enough. At the hour mark now, it is 2-2. Jordan Houston now with the throw as we look to get our third back ahead again. Herrera, nice touch back to Houston. Terrible touch from Houston. O'Brien, and Adams plays it long for Curran. Bruno Alves takes a touch and then is robbed by Curran as Ross County look to go ahead for the first time. Ball into the box. Ian Fulton easily claims it. Good man. Well done, young Fulton. Kicks it long towards Bromer now. Does manage to get it to Mitchell. Barjonas, Henderson, Rossiter out wide to Houston. He doesn't have much support on that right hand side. Can he angle a ball in from deep? Houston at the byline, whipped in, away by Hall. O'Brien picks it up though. Chance for Ross County to counter again. It's absolutely lumped forward, but Milanese heads it to Barjonas. Scrappy game here. Henderson. Barjonas again, out wide for Mitchell, just gets to him. He pops it into Bromer. A tackle, finds Herrera! And it's 3-2. Now what I'm going to tell them is to concentrate. I'm actually going to make a little change here. We're going to take Henderson off for Jack. I said we're going to take Henderson off for Jack. And we're going to sit him just in front of the defensive line. He can play, I suppose he can play no, I want him as a defensive midfielder just to sit in there and protect a little bit. Lennon skipping by Mitchell. They better not score here. Lennon whips it in. It should be a harmless goal kick, and it is. Ross County apparently looking to push forward in numbers. We're just going to sit Jack there and be nice and calm. Barjonas now. If we get a fourth, I make it comfortable. Whipped in towards Alves, down to Jack! Ryan Jack, he was brought on to make the lead secure. He was supposed to do that actually by protecting the defence, but he's popped up and grabbed the goal for himself. And you can't argue with that. Who can come on now? I suppose Carlos Pena can come on for Barjonas. Get him a nice round of applause that he deserves for his play today. And a 4-2 victory by the looks of things. 20 minutes to go, of course. Could still change on the scoreline, but hopefully we should have secured the points. And this is exactly the kind of thing that we need to do. We were up against adversity today, conceding 2 equalisers. I was a bit worried when the second one went in and we went to 2-2. I wasn't sure if the boys would manage to bounce back from that disappointment, but well done to them. 4-2 now on the scoreline. That fourth goal seems to have just broken Ross County. Yeah, and there's about 45 seconds or so left. Ball's launched long. Bruno Alves will pick that up. He plays that towards Houston. It's not a great pass. Houston does take it down though. Houston wide on the byline. Into Rossiter. 30 seconds left. Can we get a chance for a fifth to finish the game strongly? Houston now. Going down that right hand side. Beats his man. Tries across. He's sliced it though. It's well over. And that is going to be that. I think we've got a nice 4-2 victory ahead of this game against Kilmarnock. I think that makes it 3 wins on the bounce now. As St Mirren through Stephen McGinn snatched the points at Easter Road. Well done to them. I'm going to passionately say I'm very pleased today because I was very, very pleased that we managed to push on and win that one confidently. Yeah, and we've got Kilmarnock now. It's 2 to 3 months for Fopala, which is a darn shame because look at that. Look at the progress he was making there at St Mirren. 5 goals and 10 starts. All of his stats going up across the board. And now he's picked up an injury. So have a little look at the progress of the rest of the guys, just see if anybody stands out. Well, there, yeah, oops. This screen takes so long to load now, it really bugs me. David Bates playing well, Ollie Cook playing okay, Mabudi was okay, Finlayson likewise, Bednarchuk too, Fopala not playing particularly well, but he didn't get long before he went off injured. How is Bednarchuk getting on? He's increasing a bit, but not that much. And what about young Finlayson? He always seems to play well. Danny Finlayson, yeah, he's coming onto a game very nicely. Only 17 years of age, could become a spectacular defender. And we're just waiting on Kilmarnock to pull up at Ibrox here and hopefully take a nice smashing. Maybe about 4-0 or so before we play St Johnstone in the cup final. Now, and we'll have Hearts that episode as well. That's a big episode next time. We're actually 4th best in terms of our defensive record, conceding those 15 goals. And we're still only 3rd highest in the goals scored, but we are comfortably in 2nd place. Obviously, you don't expect the defensive line to hold too firm with the youngsters that we're trying to bed in there. We've got experienced Bruno Alves, but Milanese and McCrory playing lots and lots of games, especially being flanked by Mitchell and Houston. You would expect us to give up more goals. And we've also got young Ian Fulton, obviously a prodigy who's going to become an immense goalkeeper, but still only a young lad at the moment. So it's a Tuesday fixture, which is a bit of a weird day to be playing football, but there you go. Houston can play 60 minutes, he actually played 90 in the previous game, and Cardoso can also play, but I don't think we're going to risk Cardoso. Jordan Houston would probably have to be risked. I don't know what the hell to do with Eduardo Herrera. Try and train him as a complete forward, perhaps, and see what happens. It's really weird. So who do we play? Who do we use? Rossiter is going to come out for Ryan Jack because Jack got that goal in the last game. Other than that, I think we'll just go with exactly the same thing. Fulton, Alves, McCrory, Milanese, Houston, Mitchell, Jack, Jonas, Henderson, Herrera and Morelos. Not brilliant that Houston is still playing with that injury, but we don't actually have another wing back to put on there. Let's encourage them. I may take him off and jigger about with the formation if we've got a confident lead later on in the game. But Houston getting down that right hand side, it's a good challenge by Thomas as we look to venture forward into the Kilmarnock half right from the get-go. So over 75% possession. First 10 minutes, absolutely bossing the game, but not really creating too much. Ball's cleared by Kilmarnock. Quinn Jack will nick that though. Good play. Houston into Jonas. It's a brilliant ball. Henderson now picking it up. Makes its way back to Jonas. Into Henderson. Can he find the strikers? He's found Morelos. Can he find Herrera's run? He goes out wide to Mitchell. Can he cross this to Herrera? Mitchell crosses it to Herrera, who's cushioned it in. And honestly, how many of our goals this season have been scored that way? The left-sided player, this time it was Mitchell. Most of the time it's been Mitchell, but it was Knudsen in a recent game. Out to the left, whipped in. Herrera cushions it into the net with a lovely header. 1-0 Rangers. And we're starting to build a decent bit of momentum now. Jonas to whip this ball in towards Bruno Alves. It's way over the bar. But if we can keep this going, we can win today, make it 4 in a row. We can go to Hampden, win, pick up the Betfred Cup, get our second trophy of our tenure here at Rangers. If we can get that momentum going, we can take that away to Edinburgh against Hearts, and hopefully our momentum should see us through what's a tricky fixture away at Hearts. Henderson losing the ball, but it will be Jonas to pick it up. He plays it into Herrera, holds it up, back to Jonas now, looking to play a ball through. Henderson flicks it into Morelos. It is cleared though. It's a brilliant bit of defending then actually. It's forward to Brophy. Counter is on now as Abdo picks it up. Kilmarnock now looking to flood forward. Ball to Thomas isn't great. Kilmarnock retain possession though, closed down well. It's a brilliant bit of play to get by, and the ball over the top's terrible. It's too easy for Ian Fulton, who probably put this down now. Walk it out, yep, puts it down. Oh, he just launches it long towards Morelos. It's away by Freeman. It'll be picked up by Quinn. It's not a brilliant decision actually by the goalkeeper to just dump that one forward. It's Abdo now to pick this up. Kilmarnock looking to get something they don't deserve before half time. It's back to Thomas now, looking for a new angle on it. Plays it to Kilty on that right hand side. Not brilliant defending here, giving him too much space. Greg Kilty, he pings it in, and Brophy. Eamon Brophy has equalised for Kilmarnock just before half time. Poor defending by Mitchell. Didn't get tight enough to Kilty. I think 1-1 will be the scoreline at half time. So much for all the talk of momentum. Defenders have been poor. Morelos has been poor actually as well. 6.4 up front. Not a good performance from him. Yep, putting him on blast today because this is shocking. We should be well out of sight by now. Never mind having to hold on. I suppose Jack can actually go there instead of Houston. Henderson can drop back. Houston can come off for Carlos Pena. I guess we can go with that. We're just going to have to tell the boys to push forward as Eamon Brophy from kickoff tries to lob Ian Fulton. That was I've never seen that before, but it was well over the bar. And we're floating around that 70% possession mark, just under, but we can't really seem to create too much. I'm going to give it to about 70 minutes before we bring on Bromer. Well, 25 minutes of the second half passes with absolutely nothing happening. Bromer can play as an attacking target man now, which will give us the opportunity to go a bit longer. We'll go more direct passing, we'll push higher up, higher tempo. We can actually go wider in general, try and stretch the play. I think that's pretty much going to be it. I don't see too many more options. We can't really play anybody out wide right, so we can't really bring on Afif to play off the left. And that 10 minutes got us absolutely nothing either. We're going to have to overload them. There's nothing else we can do. I suppose we can shout at them as well to demand more. Or show some passion. I mean, god damn it, your Rangers players, what he's doing, just sitting there and letting Kilmarnock steal a point. Or maybe more as Muirhead throws it into the box. Taylor attacks it. Mitchell heads it away. Muirhead though on the ball. Quinn now playing it to Taylor. Bruno Alves steps in. Launches it long for Herrera. Come on, we've got to get something here. Herrera's going to play it for Bromer. Come on, man. Bromer takes a nice touch and shoots far too early. Far too early. He had acres of space to run that one in. And we're going to have to... I don't even know what we're going to do now. We're going to bring on a Afif for McCrory. Sit him in behind here, and we're just taking a punt at this point. This has been a shocking mishap. I cannot believe we took the lead at home against Kilmarnock in good form and screwed it up. 35 seconds, Muirhead throws it long. Fulton will be able to take that one, launch it. Come on, son, 30 seconds, launch it. And he throws it. It's a terrible throw. It's easily headed away. McKenzie now to Brophy, and Kilmarnock even have a chance here. Horrible distribution. Brophy whips it. Huge chance for McKenzie. Takes a touch. It's ended up being too wide for him. He beats his man though in towards Thomas. There is a way. Pena will pick it up. Over the top. Come on. Herrera's on the run. He's not going to get it, and we're not going to get the chance. It's going to be 1-1. Ball back to Bell. Bell launches it, and it does end 1 each. And I'm left literally scratching my head. It's a terrible result. 1-1, having been in the lead. We're now 5 behind Celtic. Celtic who have a game in hand to make that 8. And that's not the kind of momentum that we wanted going into that game against St Johnstone. We had to beat Kilmarnock there. Simply had to beat them. We dug down deep and got the result away up in Dingwall against Ross County. And we've just thrown it out the window there with a shocking second half performance. Let's see how everybody else gets on at least. I think again we're looking back at Aberdeen and hoping they don't catch us rather than looking up at Celtic. Although, yeah, they won't play for a while, Aberdeen. That game in hand. All right, so we're gonna end the episode there. Next time we're gonna have, of course, the cup final against St Johnstone, and then a little bit of a cup final actually in the league away at Hearts, which is the only game Celtic have lost this season. So we need to be winning that. Pains me looking at that Kilmarnock result there, 1-1 at home, not good at all. I actually think, yeah, that is actually the Kilmarnock result that screwed Pedro Caixinha out of his job at home to Kilmarnock. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Great result up at Ross County, not so good away at home to Kilmarnock. If you've liked the episode, drop down below and leave a like on the video, it really does help out. If you want to follow the series, you can subscribe to the channel, which I'd be eternally grateful for. But I will see you next time for St Johnstone and Hearts when we lift our first piece of silverware of the season.